Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I'm going to do a requested video about my favorite brushes. And I thought about which ones to bring out here. I have so many because I love brushes, and I do think they make a difference. And I mean, I can go from blush to blush. It makes a difference which brush that I use. But what I did is I just brought out my two containers that I use every day, and then a few other ones that I wanted to mention, and we'll just kind of go through them real quick. And I don't want this video to be too long, so I won't go into a lot of detail, but I'll just tell you which ones I use for what. This is probably my all-time favorite liquid foundation brush, and it's the Louise Young, and I cannot remember which one. It's LY04 or something like that. I'll put it down here. But love this brush. It is so well made. You can use it to swirl in foundation, or you can use it just to, you can get a thin application, a thick application. It cleans just perfectly. It's just a wonderful, wonderful brush, and I recommend it. It's not real easy to get. You can get it from the Louise Young website, but you do have to order it from the UK. But it's, it's pretty easy to get. You just might have to wait a while. This is my Chanel touch-up brush. I believe it's number 9. I'm not sure, but it's called the touch-up brush, even though you would think it would be called a kabuki. But it's made for, when I bought it years ago, I think I bought this when I was probably 24 or 25 when I first got into Chanel. They sold it to me as a small brush to put in your makeup bag to reapply powder and stuff. But what I use this for is the Bronze Universal. It's just perfect to just swirl in there, and it gets the perfect amount on, and then I apply it wherever. So the little CC wore off, but that's what this is, and I believe I'm not sure, it's some natural hair, but this is probably my favorite Chanel brush. Kabuki brush, if I ever do want to really buff in like bare minerals or pressed powder or anything, my favorite one is this little MAC 181. I'm not sure if this is, you can see I've put nail polish over that number. I got smart. Now that I don't want things to wear off, I just put clear nail polish over them as soon as I get them. But this is perfect for the Mercier or something if I want a full coverage. Okay, now to my face brushes in this little thing here. And these are the ones I use on a regular basis. Not every day, but just depending on what I use, what I do. Okay. Told you about this one the other day. This is a Sephora 55 airbrush. You can use this for liquid foundation. I use it for mineral foundation, pressed and loose, and I put it on over my BB cream, and I just love it. Now that I've used the Dr. Bronner's cleanser to clean it with, I get it really clean, and I'll do another video on how I clean my brushes because that will be too much for this one. But so I really love this brush, and eventually I want to try the powder brush because that goes to the MAC 150. I have 2 of the Chanel powder brushes. I have several other powder brushes, and I have to say I like this one the best as far as a light application when I just want to powder all over my face. I only use this every once in a while. I will use it for bronzer if I just want to bronze all over and not a specific area, but I don't use this one a whole bunch, but I just keep it out in case. This I use literally pretty much every day. It's the MAC 116. This is my all-time favorite blush brush because I like to apply blush like this. So I like the way it's kind of beveled on the sides. And I use this for powdered blush. This next one is one of my all-time favorite brushes. It is the MAC 138. I use this for my bronzer, loose or compact, and I take it and I swirl it around so that the bronzer gets all the way around that dome, and then it goes right into the hollows, and then I swing it around and then swing it back down, and then like this. And then I usually go back down my neck and do that on both sides. So this is a must-have. The 116 and the Sephora brush, if I lost them, I would go purchase a new one because I would not want to go without them. Can't say I could not, but I would not want to. Let's see. This is the MAC 129. I believe they sell this as a blush brush. I use this for powder. Every once in a while, I will use this if I want a, it's hard to say, let's see, I would use this for if I'm touching up in the middle of the day and I just want to put a little bit of like my pressed Bar Mercier or something on. I might use this for that, or I'm trying to think what else I would use this for. What other powder? Oh, the Guerlain Meteorites I use this one for. So I don't use this a whole lot. This I used today, my MAC 109. I know everybody loves this brush. The only thing I really use this for is cream blushes. I used it today. I used the Illamasque Rude Cream Blush, and I just dot it in the blush and then kind of dot it on, and then it just works out perfectly for that. This is the MAC 165. It's kind of like a little version of my bronzer brush, and what I like this for is if I want to highlight just right here on the top of my cheekbones, I can do that, or if I want to get some bronzer on it and go down my nose and on my chin. It's just good for specific areas. It's a little too small for me for contour because I like mine to be a little bit more diffused, so that's what I use that for. And then this is one of my all-time favorite brushes. It's the Studio Gear number 11 from Ulta, and this, my favorite product to use this with is the Blonde MSF. You can put this right in and sweep across as they are in the pan, and then sweep it across your cheek as it is. So that's one of my favorites for MSFs, and I've had it for a couple of years now, and it is every bit as good or maybe even better than MAC brushes. It's I believe they offer a guarantee. When I bought this, I believe she told me that at Ulta, and I just love it. So that is the face brush. Eye brushes, I do not use these every day, obviously, but I'm going to show you my favorites, and there's a lot of duplicates in here. This has been one of my new favorites. I've been using this for my eyebrows. Now that I'm using a little bit of shadow, I've been using the MAC Charcoal Brown, and I have just loved, this is a Lise Watier brush, and I'm not sure what it's called. Let's see, Lash and Eyebrows. So I've been using it I put the shadow on with this brush, and then I comb through them with this one. Love it. This is one of my all-time favorite liner brushes. It's the SS209. I'm not sure what it's called now, but I have the MAC 209, and this is a little bit thicker. Okay, at this moment I cannot find my MAC 209, but this one is a little bit thicker. This is one, it's called a MAC 211. I had to order this off of, I can't remember if I found this on eBay or Etsy or eCrater, one of those sites like that. It's a discontinued brush. It's like between a liner and a pencil brush, and I love this for if you want, I usually use it for liner or shadow liner. Love this brush. It's the Sonia Kashuk pointed liner brush. I just bought one of these yesterday to put with a gift package. It creates a wonderful wing because you can just kind of sit it down and it just does all the work for you. Let's see, that's in 209. SS224, that's a pretty good blending brush. I don't use it a lot anymore. I used to use it a whole lot. This is one of my favorite brushes. It is the Sue Devitt Lash Line brush. This is perfect if you use the Sue Devitt liner to smudge it out. Today I used it with a little bit of shadow. I just dipped both sides and then kind of did a little bit of accent on the outer crease right there just to give a little bit of lift. And that is wonderful if your eyes kind of go down like mine or aging eyes. This is perfect, and I just love this brush. It's worth every penny. Let's see, MAC 279, MAC 217. They're okay. I don't use them a whole bunch. Let's see, this, I used to use this Sonia Kashuk lash brush a lot, but now I'm using the other one just because it happens to be on there. I did get this little Sephora airbrush concealer brush, but I usually apply concealer with my fingers now, but I do think it's a nice brush. All Louise Young brushes, I love them. I have several. I'd have to say these really skinny pointy ones are my favorite because they, like the lash line brush, they can just get right there into your crease, and I just love them. They're so soft. If you missed the MAC 226, this is a good one to get. Let's see. Probably my all-time favorite brush for eye makeup, one that I probably use every single day, are the Sonia Kashuk medium crease brushes. I think is what they're called. They're like $5. I lost this one, and so I went out and got another one, and then I just found this one again when I packed up to go to the beach. It rolled back in my little caboodle that I had packed my makeup in. So I was glad to find, and you can see that they differ a little bit, like most brushes do, in shape. One of them's flatter on top, but I just grab whichever one's available. But this is perfect, perfect, perfect for loose minerals. If you use bare minerals or any of the frosty shadows, it just applies it perfectly. And that's what I started out with today, was Nuovi, one of the loose minerals, and I use this. And I honestly use these every day. This would probably be one of my favorite top 3 eye brushes. Let's see, another great Louise Young brush. I just love the way hers are long and real soft and easy to use. Now, if I want to start with an all-over color, like say the other day I started off with Naked Lunch, and I just wanted to do basically my whole lid with that, I really like this brush. It's the MAC 227. It basically covers your entire lid, and I even like that it leaves this little bit of, you know, highlight area open, because it's the easiest brush. It just covers your entire lid, and I really like that. The 266, I like this little angled brush. I have the regular MAC 266, and I like this one better for brows and for lining, because it's not as long and not as thin, and I feel like I get a little bit more control. But I don't use these very often. Pencil brushes, I have the MAC 219. I just don't use this very often. I don't wear a lot of, I don't wear any eyeshadow underneath my eyes, and if I want to smudge something out, I usually use the Sue Devitt lash line brush. Now, if I ever do want to line underneath my eyes, this is my all-time favorite. It's the MAC 212, and Kayla, one of my favorite MAC girls, she moved away, she sold me this and taught me how to do it, and I love it because it is so thin and so easy to use. So this is one that I would recommend getting. The MAC 239, I just don't use that much. This is one I just got too from Lise Watier that I think is really neat. I haven't used it a lot yet. I think I have used this end for inner corner, and a lot of times I use these for inner corner because they just kind of get the whole area with one. Chanel brushes, I think they're great quality. I bought a brush set when I was, gosh, probably 24 or 25, and I still have the brushes left after many washings and much abuse before I knew how to take care of them. But I've had this one, a good basic shadow brush. You know, I've had all of them for that long. I don't think any of them. I think the only one that tore up out of that set was my blush brush. It broke really, really bad. But this would probably be one of my favorites. It's the 12. It's just a really good, fluffy blending brush if you do a lot of crease work, which I really don't. And this is the MAC 226. Same thing. It gives a good crease line. I've got this one, the MAC 222. It's the same way. I tend to probably pick up my Louise Young brushes. See, I really love these that are really long and thin, and they just are perfect. They just go in perfect, and they just blend it out perfectly. I'm probably forgetting some. That's just, like I said, I love brushes, and I'm always buying new ones. I've tried to chill out a little bit lately and not get as many. I love buying them at the CCO because you can buy the discontinued ones. This is one I have just started using again that I had kind of put away and not used for a long time, but it's the Bobbi Brown Ultra Fine Liner Brush. And I've really enjoyed this when I'm using the shadows for liners. And this morning I wet one of the Nuovi shadows. It's a really dark one, and I believe it is called Cement or Cement, however you say it. Gina makes fun of me saying cement. And I did the liner, and what you do is I love the width of it, and then when you get to the end, hold on just a second, speaking of Gina, hold on. But I have just loved this brush, and I hate that I'm going to look at the CCO and see if they have a long handle one, because a lot of times they do carry the long handle ones there because it gets lost down in my brushes. But anyway, what I was saying is you just take it just like it is, the width across your eye, but then when you get to the wing part, turn it on its side, and then just, I'm trying to do this in the camera here, but just go down sideways, and then just blend it into your winged area. And I've just really liked it, and that's why I usually keep my brushes. I just sold that expensive one that I bought. Which one was it? The Cocoa Bow foundation brush. And the main reason I did that is because that's just not the foundation application I like to use. It was just a little, I thought it was a really, really nice, unique brush, but I didn't use it a lot, and I thought I would give somebody else a chance to get it easily without having to order it from wherever and wait 2 weeks. And but that's really, I don't get rid of a lot of brushes. I usually keep most of them. So I think that is it. I am going to do real quick. A couple of you have asked me how I keep my hair section-y and kind of that bedhead, messy hair look, and I know that not all of you care for that. So I'm going to do my outfit of the day, and then I'm going to do a separate video on that real quick and just attach it to this one. That way you can watch it or not watch it. So I'll be right back. These little shorts that I got from New York & Company. This little white t-shirt that I got from Express, and just to make it more casual, I'm just wearing it out. I had tried to tuck it in first, but then I had belt issues, what belt to wear, so I just left it out, and I thought maybe it would look better that way. And then these are the shoes, the BP shoes from Nordstrom that Rhonda sent me that I adore. I think they are beautiful. I love the heel. I love the height, and I just think that they're gorgeous. So I'm going to let them be the focus today. And the bag I'm carrying is my usual Louis Vuitton. I love this bag, and it just goes with everything. Accessories today, I have on just these little rose gold hoops. I believe Rhonda got them at Nordstrom, I think. The blush fossil watch. No rings, but I did have this little bracelet that I've always loved. I got it at Belk's 1 year on sale, and I believe it was, I'm not sure what brand it was. I think it was a nice brand like Givenchy, or I can't remember what it was, but it was on sale, and I just love it. I think it's so pretty. It reminds me of just like candy, rock candy or something. And the fragrance I have on today is the Bond No. 9 Chelsea flowers. I'm going shopping with my mom today. We're going to go just spend some time together. And I believe, nails. This is the Chanel Morning Rose, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful color. And the camera just doesn't do it justice because it has these tiny little shimmery sparkles in it, and it's just the prettiest, sweetest pink, and it's so work appropriate. So if you get a chance to get it, I would. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be right back with my hair video.